down so we can see them. Can you adjust that one right there? That you Facebook, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Hey, it's your boy KL, the Lyric One, Music in the City radio show. I'm not even going to run the intro, not today, because we running on time. But we got a important man in the building today. So go ahead and tell the world who you is in case they don't know who you are, man.
It's Coach Salez, man. Montreal, Canada in the building. First time in Houston, Texas.
So Coach Salez, let me give you this first. Anyway, we got that out the way. Hey, Coach Salez, so you came here, you know what I'm saying? We brought you in from Canada, you know what I'm saying? So what has your experience been like, your first time in the city? We got some things we didn't get to do, but you got to work with a lot of great people. So tell us about your Houston experience, man.
Man, first of all, I love Houston. I'm going to definitely be back. This place is great. Outside the heat, you know what I'm saying? The people have been very welcoming.
Uh-huh.
I like that vibe, man. The spirit here is really good. I like how the community is together. So it's been nothing but love, man. But really and truly, I really enjoy this space here and working in the studio with the artists. I think that was one of the best experiences I've had in a long time. Just seeing how the artists are and seeing their process of working and, helping them and showing them different ways to improve themselves and seeing them happy leaving at the end of the day. I think that's the most important thing and the most rewarding thing for me as well, is to know that they came and they got the development and they were very happy with it.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna ask you one thing that only you could probably answer. What's the difference between working with the artists in Canada and the artists here in Houston?
I mean, I think it comes down to the mindset.
Okay.
And if they're willing to be a good student.
Right.
And to listen and to leave the ego at the door.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you have artists in Canada who are on that.
Right.
And you have artists who aren't.
Right.
Same as here, I'm sure, But I was very fortunate that all the artists that I got to work with came with that good energy.
Mm-hmm.
And they were willing to learn. And also, I was a student myself. I was willing to learn from them as well.
Right.
And soak in the knowledge and be able to apply it to, future development programs and whatnot.
So did you see a difference in the styles that, like a Houston artist would bring versus a Canadian artist?
Oh, absolutely. The rhyme patterns are, slightly different.
Right.
Certain timings that they do here, it's different from Canada.
Mm-hmm.
But it's part of the culture.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's just got to sound right sonically. So it doesn't matter what type of artist you are, R&B, rock, whatever it is. It's just got to sound right sonically, because music is a feeling.
Right.
And once it feels good, then that's all that matters.
Right. And you know what? I just want to tell you one thing I didn't get to say earlier is I appreciate you. You know why I say I appreciate you? Because I got to jump in the booth with you, you know what I'm saying? And we made a banger, you know what I'm saying? That hit coming soon, and it was like, there was one part I didn't write enough, which that's unusually, I usually write too much, but I was like, I'm not gonna write all that, you know what I'm saying? I think I got it right perfect, but I was a couple bars short.
Yeah.
And when I was formulating them last 4 bars that I had to write right there on the scene, you said something, you was like, no, it's not, you're not staying in the pattern of what it was. I said some fly, it was fly, but it didn't mesh and match with the song, with the structure of what it was, and you correct me on that. You was like, no, you need to go this way and then tie it into here off of this one word, and then tie this one part that you said that was fire. And I did it, and it came out super. That's one of the best parts of my verse, like it. But
and you were receptive to it. That's really what it came down to, So it showed me as well that, like, hey, you were willing to grow as an individual and as an artist, and that, a lot of times we have the mindset that it's like it's our way. You know what I mean? Because we're so used to doing it a certain way, so it's kind of like the only way, But there's many ways to get to where you need to get to.
Right, and it was like this. I understood what you were saying, and it was better for the song, right? And it was like, don't get mad. I just took that thing, I cut it, I pasted it onto something else, because I was like, oh, what I said was fly, but I could use that here. But what he's saying applies here. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That ain't got to be like the ego. You said, so you guys, in life, sometimes you got to check your ego at the door. I've been doing this for 25 years. And I ain't had no problem because what you said made sense. And if it makes sense, you just follow it. Like sometimes you got to be a follower. You can't be the leader all the time. You know. So what when you come back, what do you want to achieve? Because we bringing him back. Y'all know that this is y'all first time seeing him. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see him a lot more. So what do you want to accomplish and achieve when you come back to the city?
Well, I think just working with different artists as well.
Mm-hmm.
And tapping back in as well with some of them that came just to see their progress and see what they've learned, and take the knowledge that they've learned and apply it to their actual craft, and watch their journey. I think it's important to also see how they improve and what they do.
Mm-hmm. And I would like to say this. I'm not firing slugs at anybody, but I am firing slugs. What is going on with my sound effect? But anyway, I'm firing slugs because there's a lot of artists now that have been hitting me up on the day you're leaving. Oh no, you missed your opportunity. You got to take advantage of opportunities. So you knew he was here.
We had flyers.
You had flyers. You wanted to work with him. So now that everybody that's seen you, they seen you in the studio with many people. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even get to show all the people. We didn't catch footage on everybody that came in here. But he was in the studio with a bunch of people. And now you want to hit me up talking about, oh yeah, I'd like to get in with Coach Salez. Now you had your opportunity and you missed it. Make sure you tap in when he comes back. That's what I'm on.
We're going to set it up. We're going to make sure we give them enough time to organize themselves and whatnot. And yeah, we're going to make it happen, man. Looking forward to coming back, and it's going to be like the hub. You know what I'm saying? Home number 2. I love that. Shout out to Crystal D for making everything happen. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but love. She was very welcoming, and she brought me all around the city and had me trying a bunch of food.
Yeah.
Different
So what was your favorite spot that you hit? Now, come on, give me that.
Hold on, that Buc-ee's though. That Buc-ee's was fire.
I told you Buc-ee's is something different. That's the whole experience.
That shit was fire. I was like, yeah. This was it, man. What was that other spot that we went to that we had
the barbecue?
Barbecue.
Goody's barbecue.
Goody's barbecue was slapping too. That was slapping.
Yeah, it was good.
See, man, I was at the J. I apologize. I wanted to get you the triple J's. You know what I'm saying? Because I got my personal favorite. But we gonna go. I'm gonna be on vacation the next time you come because we going to the shake 'em up. We ain't get to go no shake 'em up, but I got you though.
We gonna make it happen.
Yeah, there's more places that I wanted to take him, but we just didn't have time.
We did. We had a great time. I had a great time at Euphoria. You know what I'm saying? We had some good moments.
Oh, for sure, man. For sure, definitely.
The Wingstop was not a good moment.
We ain't doing that.
It was not a good moment for either one of us.
Hey, that gave me a bar that flying like a chicken bone.
But you see what happened? You see the hack to get the free wings.
Yeah, he got the wings and he made them fly like a chicken bone. Fly like a chicken. No. Hey, that's an inside joke.
Oh,
maybe we'll tell that story one day on the air. But yeah, flying like a chicken bone, man. But so yeah, there was a lot of great moments, man, and I enjoyed your time here, man. It's like he's a good, genuine person. You know what I'm saying? And
Appreciate that, man.
your aura and your vibe that you get off, it just reverberates, through people. And when people bring kindness, it just brings, it sets the tone and the energy different in the room. You know what I'm saying? You ever had a I got a song called Crooked Smile. You ever had a person to come in and walk in with a crooked smile and the whole vibe in the room just changes? That's why I try to surround myself with positive people like you. You know what I'm saying? So why I keep saying you know what I'm saying? I don't know,
but you see that's one thing that I appreciate as well. Thank you very much for that. But
mm-hmm.
You got Crystal D right here.
Oh yeah.
And she brings that vibe all the time.
Whole vibe.
You know what I mean? Like I always try to make sure that I surround myself with people like that, because that's really what's gonna help you grow as a person. Because if you stay around negativity, that's what you're gonna become.
So Crystal, what was your best experience bringing Coach Salez here to Houston?
I mean, I can't pick anything that I didn't have. We have laughed, we have cried.
Facts.
I have walked, 5,000 steps plus every single day because of him. I mean, I like to walk, but I mean, this has been nice that I've been able to be this consistent. and we've just put it in our day, and you start off good that way, you know.
And drinking hydrogen water.
Oh, yeah.
Hydrogen
She got me on that water.
Yeah.
Oh shit, this shit tastes different.
Yeah.
This
Well,
is nice.
Well, I started him on my Berkey water first.
Okay,
He
okay.
had Berkey water first, and then I just found that place, and now that place knows me. I was just there yesterday, and they're like, "Oh, you back again?" Yep.
Nah, that water tastes different. I was like,
That water is
I ain't
delicious.
never had water like this.
Yeah, right.
We was just drinking a drink, you know what I mean? Water's water, but
No.
nah, this water was different.
Yeah, I didn't elevate it.
Crystal ain't never bought me no hydrogen water. I don't know what it tastes like. I don't even know. I guess I don't get no hydrogen water. I ain't special enough. But with that, you know, you take care of your health, wealth, and mental fitness, you know, and you know, you work out and stuff like that. So tell people why it's important for that.
I think I don't think most people don't like going to the gym and stuff like that.
Right.
But I just like the way I feel when I leave.
Right.
That's the best part, you know? And for a lot of people that don't know, like I used to be over 300 pounds.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for me, it was like, I love food, man. I love food. I'm still a fat kid at heart. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I get the
right.
to-go plate, like, you know? But at the end of the day, I realized that, like, you know, health is wealth.
Right.
And if I want to be around for a long time, it's important that I take care of myself.
And people, being people of color, you know, I just want to say, we don't take care of our mental health and self-care like we need to. You know, you think that you're being tough, but you got to take care of your mental health. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. It's really important, and that's such a big part of it.
Like,
Where it's like the physical activity.
mhm.
You really feel better, and a lot of times we're battling with you know, demons and a bunch of things, and it's like we don't give ourselves a chance to actually heal.
Right.
You know, we're so caught up in it, and we're like, where do I start? You got to start.
Right.
And taking that step towards yourself, when you have that clarity, when you leave the gym and you're like, oh man, I feel good.
Right.
It'll allow you to find ways and paths to deal with what you got to deal with, because no matter what in life, we're going to deal with things.
And it's like, you got to find a positive way, because I ain't lying. In one of my songs, I failed anger management. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And they put me in mandatory therapy. You know, the court system did it. You know, it was like, oh, you need some therapy. You got anger management issues. And I went and I failed and I almost went to jail. And then they was like, hey, you either going to jail or you going to the military. Guess where I went? To the military. I'm not stupid. Come on now. But the thing is, I knew I had issues, and my issues, the way I handle my issues is waiting for somebody to do something I didn't like, and I would zap out on them. You know what I'm saying? And punching on a person, you know, like that was the way I got out my stress. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I was ready to fight, you know,
Absolutely.
but I needed therapy. But it took a court system to make me go get therapy that I didn't even want to go to, and then I got in trouble doing what I know I needed to do. If that makes sense, you feel me? So it's about your mental health, your self-care. You got it. What did you just say about going on that trip?
Man, when you go on a trip, that's why I like to travel so much, because
Right.
there's a certain energy of resetting that we all need.
Right.
You know what I mean? We stay in our city and it's like we here for so long, we get caught up in it and we don't even realize. So I always like to leave every 2 to 3 months, because it allows me to come back with a different perception
Right.
and really understand things, and it shows me, you know, my growth at the
Right.
same time, because a lot of us are grown, but we aren't able to see it because we're caught up in it. So we don't feel like we're growing. We don't feel like we're moving and advancing, and that's really what holds us back.
Right.
But when you go places and you see different cultures and you see different people and how they're living and whatnot, you can bring that back to where you are and apply things and say, you know what, I want to be a better person. I want to live like this. I want to do things. Now I need that hydrogen water. You know what I mean?
Right. Facts.
Because you don't know what you know till you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's been times where I've been heavy on the work, heavy on the business. You know, I work a job. I have businesses that I run, and Crystal helps me run. You know, I got other, you know, partnerships that we're into. We got a lot of partnerships where we're working with other people. But I was doing all that, but I was very, very light on the travel and doing something. I'm doing something 7 days a week. People don't know I got a job. People don't know we got a studio here. People don't know we got the radio station. People don't know that we're doing scoring for movies and all that stuff. I'm always doing, but I was never doing nothing for me. And more importantly, I wasn't doing things and building experiences and memories with my daughter. So I started doing that more lately. You know, we jump in a car, go to Slitterbond, go to Galveston, go to Pleasure Pier. Then the next day we're in a car going somewhere else. I was like, boy, I gotta pour into my family more. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you get so consumed with working, you're not pouring into the people you need to be pouring into.
Absolutely.
Then you wonder why you in divorce court, or you wondering why your daughter despises and she's. That's not the case, but you know, you got to pour into your family and your kids, especially in the entertainment industry, because it takes a lot of your time. And I just want people to know and understand that. Yeah, you could be pursuing your passion, it's your goals, but make sure you're pouring into your family at the same time.
But most importantly, you gotta make sure you pour into yourself.
Facts.
Because in order for you to pour into your family, you gotta be able to have that cup filled.
Fact.
So it starts there. You always gotta look at the root.
Right.
And that's where the root is. A lot of times we focus and we pour it into other people, but we don't pour into us.
Right.
So you're pouring with your cup half full.
Right. And stop letting people drink your cup until it's dry. You know, you gotta if your circle should be pouring back into you while you're pouring into them. You know what I'm saying? Get the energy vampires out of your circle. I call them energy vampires because all they want to do is suck and drain, and they don't give nothing back. You know what I'm saying?
But you gotta be able to tell who's who, because you know when you go around certain people, you gotta be able to analyze and say, all right, when they leave, how do I feel? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I take the time to look at anybody in my life. How do I feel when I leave them?
Mm-hmm.
Do I feel like, oh man, I just want to lay on the couch and do nothing for the rest of the day?
Right.
And it gives me, you know, the knowledge to know, all right, should I have these people around me or should I not? Because you want people who are going to leave you motivated. When I leave, you're going to be like, all right, yo, man, we got to get this thing going. We got to get the ball rolling.
Right.
It makes you want to do things, you know what I mean? To elevate yourself and feel like, all right, yo, I ain't doing enough. I see things further.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I always like to be around people who's going to give me that type of energy because I know I need it. And we all procrastinate.
Right.
You know, but sometimes we just need that little, you know, that little
nudge
recharge.
gets you right.
Yeah, we all need it. So when you go around good people and you feel that and you want to do more,
right,
you know that's somebody you got to keep around you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my test for, you know, most people in my life. And, you know, sometimes it's just, hey, I am by.
Right.
You know, I am by.
Yeah, and I like being around creative. Like, you don't want to be the person that has to generate all the ideas, you know, the new ventures or whatever. If you should be doing something, you know, I like a person to tell me like, hey, you're doing this, but there's an easier or better way to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm receptive to that. Chris will tell you I'm receptive to that.
No, that's good, man. That's really
Chris
good.
will tell you I'm receptive to that.
Crystal, you got anything to say?
Yes? No?
See, don't make me.
She said yes, no.
No, because I like creative minds. You know what I'm saying? If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Because there's people that's subject matter experts on some things you don't even know about. You know what I'm saying? Or they can add to your table. So.
Yeah, because I don't look like I know some of the things I know.
Yes, you know a whole lot of weird shit. No, I'm just playing.
I do.
No, she does.
Who knows about hydrogen
but
water?
that you can use a lot of that stuff.
Absolutely.
Weird does not mean bad. You know what I'm saying? Weird means it's thinking outside the box. I like people that think outside the box. Come to me with something crazy, and then we're gonna find a way to make it sane. I'm not talking about Crystal. Crystal's not crazy. I just be joking with her. That's my road dog. You know what I'm saying? But what's the one thing that leaving Houston that you want people to know about your experience here?
I think that my experience here was wonderful. I really enjoyed it, and I feel like I want people to know that, like, if you got a passion, if you got a dream, if there's something that you want to do, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And a lot of times, I know finances is a big situation here, and just everywhere. Everybody's going through it. It's a struggle, and we always trying to find ways to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
But if you really believe in yourself, you're gonna find that way, man.
Mm-hmm.
I see a lot of artists give excuses.
Facts.
All the time, and you know it hurts because it's like, why do we give excuses?
Facts.
You know what I mean? Where are we prioritizing things for ourselves? You know what I mean? Like a lot of times, oh, we ain't got the money, but we smoking every day.
Facts.
And we doing
With
things,
them new J's on.
you know. So a lot of times, just taking those priorities and saying, all right, well, do I really want this? And if you don't, it's okay.
Right.
Just be real with yourself.
I'm gonna say one thing. You can really take pride for paying what you owe.
Mm.
A lot of people think they're gonna come hustle you. I'm gonna come get this session from sales for free or this. But do you really take pride in that? Like, I mean, I know people do it, but it's like when you pay, I just went and made this fire track, mix and master done, all that, boom, 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 boom. Hey, I'm about to go perform. Boom, I got my money, I got my budget, I'm doing it. You take pride in that. You feel better about yourself than trying to hustle and not knowing that you going up in there, you trying to slide in the door, talk, you know, slide in, get in there, you get to perform, but you're going through so much stress getting to where you want to do instead of just having fun. If you have your money right, you have a budget, and you pay what you owe, you feel better about yourself.
Absolutely, man. I think the mind is a powerful thing. And,
Right.
and every time you pay for something and you invest in yourself, you're telling your mind, I believe in me.
Yep.
And I always try to do that as much as possible.
Right.
You know, in life we always try to take shortcuts where we can, but I realize that you gotta fool yourself.
Right.
You gotta fool yourself, because when you believe it, you are it.
Right. And you have to have something to give back. You can't go to ask people for something for free. I see a lot of artists trying to borrow their way. That is not you. And then you borrow money from everybody on the planet, and then they say, "Oh, I did it all myself." No, you did it because your auntie, your cousin, your uncle, your friend, that promoter, that manager, you don't sit up there and say, "I did it all by myself," when you don't have a budget. You're trying to borrow from everybody. You're trying to move and trying to shake. I'm not being negative on artists. It's just a way you go about doing it, because you could network with a person and perform, get a genuine bond with a person, creating bonds. And then they might do something for you because they feel they see something in you and they're going to help you out. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to finesse and hustle it out of people. Go out there and network and perform them genuine bonds.
No, I definitely understand what you're saying.
You know, we got this.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Nah, for real though. But you know what I realized is that it's a give and take in life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's times that I take and there's times that I give.
Right.
And I'm able to realize, you know, sometimes people aren't in the position to really give. And I'll always try my best to give a little bit more.
Right.
That's what I realized. So when let's say I charge you $100, I'm gonna give you more than $100 worth. That's just the type of person I am.
Facts.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I understand it's hard, man. It's hard. And sometimes just that little extra strength can you know, take somebody further. They're like, yo, I ain't got it, but you know, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. And you know, the world's a dark place, man. So anytime you can spread a little light, a little love, you know, that's a long way, man.
That's why I love Salez, man. He always keep it positive. You know what I'm saying? And a person that can really make you feel good after you have a conversation with them, and they're that genuineness is few and far between, and it shouldn't be. Like, I just love being around genuine people.
I think our walks have been actual like therapy sessions. not just for me, like for us both, because we maybe people don't know this, but we really do think a lot alike. Like, so, I mean, I think it was yesterday something happened. I don't remember what it was, and I was like, oh, this and this, and Corinne's like, no, and I said, trust me, that's what he's gonna do or say, whatever it was. And then sure enough, he came back, and whatever it was, and then he was like, yeah, so and so, and I just look at Corinne like, you know, see, I already knew that's what he was gonna.
Right, but I just say, you coming here been a blessing, you know, to everybody in the environment in this area, you know. So we really appreciated you coming out.
Much
and,
love, man.
We
Thank
really
you
have.
very much. And don't forget, you got a really good space. The energy here is really good, and more artists need to tap into that. You know what I'm saying? Because where you create, it makes a difference.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like sometimes artists they lock themselves to one place only.
Yeah.
you know. But like, go out and try a couple different studios and see what the vibe is, and see where you actually might even, you know, push yourself even more, because you're like, oh man, I like this space, I like this vibe, I like, you know, you can't just stay in one place all the time.
Facts. Facts.
So, you know, I would tell artists that as well. Just go to a couple different studios, see what the vibe is, connect with people, you know, network on that end. Don't just stay to one click, you know, because you never know. Somebody you don't know could bring out more out of you than somebody you really know. Because
Right.
you never know. Sometimes people closest to you ain't trying to bring out things out of you. They trying to hold you back.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And not knocking anybody when I say this, but I have seen people go to a different studio and they can't function because that one producer is not around. And my thing is this: when you get with a label, they're going to have you moving around to different producers. So you got to be able to adapt to that. And another thing is that sometimes you could be around a producer so much that he won't correct some things that he should be correcting. You know,
Yeah.
like, oh no, you can do that one better. He'll let some, you know, because he's used to working with you and all that stuff. But somebody new, he's out to impress them, like, hey, oh no, you could do this one better. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
you got to get out that same mentality, performing at the same club every week. Yeah, everybody know your work because they done heard that same song 100,000 times.
You gotta get
feel
it
me?
out there.
Yeah,
You gotta get it out there. You gotta get out your comfort zone.
right.
Really, is what it boils
Because if
down
you
to.
travel outside the city, you're not going to be in your comfort zone. And your comfort zone is going to come when you go somewhere and you perform and they actually show you love because you tested yourself in a different environment.
Yeah.
So that's why I like traveling. That's why I like performing outside of wherever my home base is. Because people's going to show you genuine love. Either they're going to show you genuine love or they're going to show you genuine dislike. And then you take that dislike and go back and correct it and go back to them and see, like, oh, okay, are y'all rocking with me now or y'all just hating me? You feel me?
Yeah.
Sure. Oh man, but it's been a wonderful time. I want to thank everybody again, because this is an experience for me to be outside of my city as well and to still feel at home. I think that was the most important thing. I still feel at home. You know, I'm good here. I'm good.
So you're going to be moving around to different areas doing, you know, I heard you said you're going to be doing this same thing in different towns and areas and all that stuff. So people need to be on the lookout and take heed to it because the man is really, really, really talented and good at what he does.
Appreciate that, man.
So, Coach Salez, you got anything before we get up out of here, man?
Hey, man. I want everybody to stay blessed, have a good day, and keep pouring into you.
How do they follow you?
Coach Salez, we going to say Z.
Coach Salez.
Coach Salez with a Z at the end.
Okay.
Yeah. Salez with a Z. S-A-L-E-Z.
Yeah, he said Zed. He's like with a Zed. I said Z. What do you mean Z? But no. Hey, we appreciate you for coming out. Much love, man. We're gonna miss this man until he come back. You know what I'm saying? Music in the City. You got anything, Crystal? Because you made this all happen. Y'all don't know this was all set up by Crystal D. I told you all the ideas to come out of here is not mine. So, Crystal D, you get the final word. What is it?
Well, I'm gonna miss him very much, but I'll look forward to when he comes back because this is only just getting started.
You know it.
Yeah.
Crystal.
We up out of here, man.
We
Music in
out.
the City radio
Music in
show.
the City, we out.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that was a good one.